What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast. This is the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. In today's episode, we're talking about why progress is necessary for happiness. Why progress is necessary for happiness. Also, just want to remind you guys that I'm giving away $1,000 cash in the month of June. So if you want to be entered to win $1,000 cash right now, all you need to do is screenshot any podcast episode, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at BMarkFit, let me know that you're tuning in. Just by doing that, you're entered to win $1,000 cash. I mean, what? That's all you got to do is screenshot an episode, share it to your story. That's it. That's it. Screenshot, share, tag at BMarkFit. Let me know that you're tuning in. That automatically enters you to win $1,000. So I'm freaking pumped up right now because there is like 75, 80 people here tuning in total. And that makes me extremely happy. So thank you for your ears. I appreciate you. I want to talk about the feeling of being stuck. How many of you guys are currently stuck right now or know what it feels like to be stuck? And when I say feeling stuck, it's like this feeling of like you're working on your coaching business and it's like nothing's fucking working. Like none of your posts are hitting. You feel like you're not like you're behind everybody else. You feel like you're struggling in your coaching business. You feel like you're watching all these other people move forward and you're not. Like if you're following my Instagram, you're seeing all these students that are hitting $10,000 a month pop up on my Instagram like, and you feel like you're not moving forward. You feel like your progress is stalled. And all of a sudden, like it's like if we feel stuck for a long enough period of time, what ends up happening is it's like overwhelming a sense of discouragement comes in and we start to get demotivated because we feel like it's just not working and our online business just like isn't moving forward. And we're going to talk about how this relates to fitness in a second, but like nobody likes the feeling of being stuck. Am I right? Nobody likes the feeling of feeling like we're struggling, feeling like we're stuck, feeling like it's not moving forward. Like nobody likes that feeling, right? So let's caveat this and let's take a look at the flip side. Let's talk about what it feels like to be in momentum, right? And when I'm talking about momentum, I feel I'm talking about, I spoke about this on a podcast. Momentum is that sense where everything that you touch turns to gold. Everything that you touch turns to gold. It's like every single post that you get, like that you write is like a banger, right? And every time you go on a live stream, you're like resonating with people. It's like every single lead you talk to like wants to get on a call with you. And every single person that gets on a call with you wants to join your program. Or if they don't join your program, they're like so stoked that they're talking to you. It's like that. Like, I think we're all actively seeking that feeling, right? That's the feeling of momentum. That's the feeling of progress. That's the feeling of like our business and our life is like moving in the right direction. I think that's what we're all seeking. Now, I want to talk about like where I kind of discovered this like process theory personally. And obviously, you know, in terms of this idea that progress equals happiness, I'm sure you guys have heard of Tony Robbins before. That isn't my idea. That's like, big fan of Tony Robbins, something he talks about a lot. But I want to talk about where that theory became true for me in my own personal life. So let's go rewind back to BMarkFit at like 13 years old. When I was 13 years old, you guys, I was raised in an environment where my family didn't put me in sports when I was younger. And so we didn't play like recreational sports. We didn't really have the money for it. And I played a lot of video games and I stayed inside a lot. I watched a lot of TV. And by the time I was 13 years old, this manifested in me being like overweight for my age. So I remember there was one summer in particular where I like looked at myself in the mirror. I was like 13 and I thought that I was overweight. And I remember feeling what that felt like to be overweight. So I went to stay with my auntie who lived in Lethbridge. I lived in Calgary. I went to stay with my auntie who lived in Lethbridge. And when I went to stay with my auntie, no joke, I wanted to lose weight. So what I did, and I don't know why, I was 13 years old, don't judge me. All I did for that entire summer was I drank milk with hot chocolate powder in it. I just had milk with hot chocolate powder. And I thought that if I just like had milk with hot chocolate powder for a couple months, that I was going to lose weight. But that obviously didn't fucking happen. I remember I went away for a month. I came back and I was 170 pounds. And this was like, I was like 5'1", 170 pounds. I just had this like big belly, had these big man boobs. And I remember I like looked at myself in the mirror at 170 and I was like, nuh-uh. Stepped on the scale. I was like, nope. Like I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not fucking playing this game. And so that was the moment that I decided, I was like, I'm going to start working out. And I didn't know what that was going to look like. I was like, I need to buy some fucking running shoes. That was literally like step one. So went to my auntie. I was like, can we go to the store? I want to buy some running shoes. I bought running shoes and I bought a stopwatch, like one of those stopwatches where you held it in your hand, almost like, if you guys have any track and field coaches where they had those little timers in their hand. I bought one of those. And in the back of that little stopwatch, there was this little notepad. And so I remember the first time I ever went for a run. I went for a run around like my neighborhood block. I remember I went for a run. It took me about 14 minutes, but I went for a run. I timed it and then I wrote down 14 minutes. And then I was like, I'm going to go again tomorrow. And so I went again tomorrow and my time was 14 minutes the previous day. So I was like, now I'm going to go for like faster than 14 minutes. So I went for 13 and a half. And then I started going for a run every single day in that summer at 13 to 14 years old. I started going for a run every single day. And in the 2 months that I was out of school, I went from 170 pounds to 135 pounds. So I literally lost 35 pounds that summer. And that right there, like that summer when I was 13 years old, when I lost that weight, was the first time that I recognized that when I focused on something, I could see progress. And when I saw progress, I would feel happy. Because I remember going back to that school, I went back in for grade 9 and everyone was like, hey, who's the new kid? I'm like, I'm not fucking new, you assholes. I'm just 30 pounds lighter. Everybody thought I was the new kid because I literally looked so different. And I remember this feeling of like, yo, if I can focus on one thing like for a long enough period of time and I can see progress and I can challenge myself, then I will feel better because I will feel like I'm like advancing in life. And guys, fitness for me showed me, and I think that's why I fell in love with fitness, honestly. Like that's why, is because I focused on something, I saw progress, and as a result, I felt better, I felt amazing, I felt more confident, I felt stronger. And that for me, I don't know if you guys can resonate with that, but that for me is when I realized that progress equals happiness. And I'll always love fitness for that. Even right now, you guys, as a business coach for online fitness coaches, like I spend a lot of time mentoring people with their own coaching business, but I'm so committed to my own fitness goals. And like fitness for me is like one of my biggest passions in life. Like I spend 2 hours of the day at the gym just because I like to be there. Like I just love fitness so much. And so I also just want to side note this and speak up to online fitness coaches and say, like, if you're an online fitness coach that's not making progress in your fitness journey, let this be a fucking wake up call, because like you're a fitness coach. And I feel like the goal of fitness is to make progress. And so if you're not making fucking progress in your fitness goals and you're a fitness coach, I guarantee you that you're feeling out of alignment. And I guarantee you that you're struggling on some level to grow your coaching business because your own fitness is out of alignment. But that's like a side note. That's not the point of this podcast. This concept doesn't just apply to your fitness, you guys. This concept of progress equals happiness doesn't just apply to your fitness. Progress does equal happiness in regards to your fitness. You want to know why? Because when your weight loss client signs up for your program and they drop 20 pounds, they feel pretty fucking good, don't they? Right? Progress equals happiness. Like we should be actively seeking the next level in everything in our life, like actively seeking growth, actively seeking progression in our business as well. Like guys, you should be actively seeking the next level in your online coaching business. You should be actively seeking progress, because if you operate, and I don't think a lot of you guys do, but if you are listening to this podcast right now and you operate under this mentality that like, I know it all, I'm good enough as it is. You know, I've been personal training forever and like, I don't need to learn about social media and I don't need to hire a business coach because I got this shit on my own. Like you are operating with a limited mindset, and a limited mindset will only take you so far, because guess what? Like if you think you know it all and you think you can figure this out on your own, like life is currently in forward momentum. Like life is moving forward. Life is in forward momentum, and life has been in forward momentum since the fucking dawn of time. Like if you plant a seed in the ground and you water it, it's just going to grow. That's just fucking life. And since the dawn of time, the world has been progressing. Time is always moving forward. And as time moves forward, as human beings, we're always learning more information. There's always new social media apps coming out. There's new trends popping out on these social media apps. There's new ways to sign online fitness clients. There's new ways to grow your coaching business. There's new ways to scale your business online. And so If you're not moving forward in your business, you're not going to be happy. And here's why. You ready? If you're not moving forward in your business, you're not going to be happy. And here's why. Are you guys ready? Here's why you won't be happy. Because if you're not moving forward in your business, you're staying stuck. While you're not moving forward, you're watching everyone else move forward. The reason you won't be happy if you're not moving forward in your coaching business is that while you're stuck, you're watching everybody else move forward. How many of you guys feel like that right now? If you're in the 10K Academy, you can be honest too. How many of you guys feel like that in the 10K Academy? It's like you see all these students crossing $10,000 a month, and then you're like, but like me, like what about me? If you're not making progress in your coaching business, you won't be happy. Because while you're stuck, you're watching everybody else move forward. And while you watch everybody else move forward, you're constantly going to ask yourself the question, where would I be if I was moving forward? Does that make sense? That's why progress equals happiness in your coaching business. Now, when we think about this like idea of like being stuck, right? Like being stuck, what does that mean? Like, what does being stuck mean? I think being stuck means that we're heading in a certain direction, and we want to get to $10,000 a month in our coaching business, and we want to sign more clients, and we want to generate more leads, and these are all things that we want. But then, as we're heading like towards that fucking end in mind, something happens that causes us to get off track. And maybe, getting stuck means you're working on your online coaching business and you make a call to action and 0 people respond. And then you're like, oh man, like this isn't working. Like, what the hell? Like, why isn't this working? And then you start doubting yourself. And because you're doubting yourself, all of a sudden now you're not taking forward action because you're stuck in self-doubt. And so you're stuck on self-doubt. Or maybe your progress in your coaching business, you're moving forward and you're trying to get your business to $10,000 a month. And then you watch one of the training videos in the academy and it confused you. And because it confused you, you didn't reach out for help. And so you struggled and you stayed stuck and you never questioned how to do the thing. And so you haven't moved forward in your coaching business because you're stuck in that one video that you didn't ask for help for. And now you're just fucking sitting there watching everybody else crushing it because they don't let themselves get stuck on little things for too long. Maybe getting stuck is you're moving forward in your coaching business and then you get sidetracked with your personal life and, something happens in your family or you deal with depression or you get COVID and all of a sudden now you're like dealing with a personal issue. And because you're dealing with a personal issue, you stop studying the fucking units. And because you stop studying the units, you get stuck in your own mindset. And because you're stuck in your own mindset, you're not studying the course. And as a result, you're stuck in your coaching business. The question of the day is this. Are you making progress? That's the question of the day. Are you making progress? Because if you stay stuck, you are unhappy because you will watch other people make progress and it will cause you to wonder why you're not making progress. If you stay stuck, you are unhappy because you will watch other people make progress and it will cause you to wonder why you're not making progress. So the question of the day is, are you making progress? And if the answer is no, like online fitness, and guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Like my goal as a coach is to help people that want to be helped. That's my job as a coach, is to help people that want to be helped. Help people that are showing up to the calls. Help people that are in the Facebook group. Help people that ask questions. If you're my client, you know this. If you ask me a question, I will respond within 24 hours, guaranteed. No matter fucking what. If you're my client, I respond within 24 hours, no matter fucking what. But you have to want to be there. You have to want to show up for yourself. You have to want to be successful. Because the one thing that I cannot control in any human being is work ethic. Like I can't control your work ethic. I'm not going to fucking convince you to work on your online coaching business if you don't want to work on it. Like that's up to you. Like that's up to you to like tune into the coaching calls, tune into the support, like ask for help, like that's on you. The question of the day is, are you making progress? And if the answer is no, the follow-up question is, why the fuck not? This is your life, and you're watching other people progress and move forward. And I understand that if you're listening to this podcast right now and you're like, but, like, it's not my fault because COVID happened. It's not my fault because, I lost my in-person job. It's not my fault because, social media is hard. It's not my fault because, I'm older and the fucking, TikTok came out this year and I'm 40 years old and I don't understand how to do these fucking stupid little videos. And it's not my fault because, I lost all my clients during COVID. And it's like, yo, who gives a fuck? Like, you have excuses or results. So the question of the day is, are you making progress? And if the answer is no, my follow-up question is, why the fuck not? Because if you stay stuck, you're going to stay unhappy because you're going to watch everybody else move forward. Time is moving forward. You don't get time back. Time is one of those things that, like, once you have to understand that, like, if you're not moving forward, like, time will move forward without you. Like, life will progress without you. There will be other coaches that succeed whether or not you want to. Like, whether or not you decide to join these other people. Like, online coaches right now are crossing $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. One of my coaches, Andrew Chow, made $26,000 for one of the challenges I taught him how to run. Why are you stuck? Are you studying? Are you watching videos in the 10K Academy? And this is the kicker. I want you to really, like, check in with yourself. I want you to gut check this question. Are you implementing as soon as you learn? Gut check that question. Are you implementing as soon as you learn? Guys, I don't want, like, if you're an online fitness coach and you're listening to this, this podcast episode, like, I really do want you to know that, like, I've seen some really fucking cool things happen in my coaching business. Like, one of my clients, his name's Anthony, has 740 followers. And in his third month of my coaching program, he made $10,000 a month. Like, what the fuck, right? And there's so many of you guys that are like, oh, like, I need to have 5 to 10,000 Instagram followers, or I need to be TikTok famous, or I need to do this, or I need to do this. It's like, no, you fucking don't. You need to learn. You need to study. You need to absorb new information. The information that you currently have is what unlocks the current level that you're at in your life. And if you want to unlock a new level in your life, you need to acquire new information. You need to learn new things. You need to absorb new data. Absorb new data. That's, like, for me, like, I'm always trying to make progress. Like, when you guys see me on my podcast, like, you guys view me as a leader. I view myself as a student. And I'm always trying to learn more. I'm always learning from my mentor, asking my mentor questions, asking for feedback so that I can grow and I can progress as a leader, because the more that I grow and the more that I can progress, the more that I can give to the people that are learning off of me. Yo, if you want to be fucking happy in life, you need to make progress. If you want to be happy, you need to make progress. Or you'll feel like your life is slipping away from you. You'll feel like everybody else is moving forward and you're not. You'll feel like it works out for everybody else and not for you. You'll feel like you just have bad luck. You don't have bad luck. You have bad fucking learning skills. And you likely have the inability to accept responsibility for where you're currently at. And if you're not making progress, you may be pointing the finger at other fucking people. It's his fault. He cheated on me. He broke up with me. He fired me. Fucking that business coach scammed me. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody else but fucking me. It's you. You're the one. It's up to you. The question of the day is, are you making progress? And if the answer is no, the follow-up question is, why the fuck not? All right? That's it. That's all. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Change Lives Make Money Online Training Podcast, the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. If you got value from today's episode, I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you, and I'm going to give away $1,000 cash on June 30th, 2021. So if you want to be entered to win $1,000 cash, all you need to do is screenshot any podcast episode, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at BMarkFit, let me know that you're tuning in. And just by doing that, you're automatically entered to win $1,000 cash. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have the best day of your entire life, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Let's go.